Welcome to my channel. Let's have a look at the hotel Fort Arabesque, which is located on the coast of the Red Sea in Egypt in Makati Bay. The Makati Bay is located around 30 kilometers from Hurghada, and the transfer from the airport, from Hurghada airport, takes around 30-35 minutes, depends on to which hotel you are going. So our hotel was almost at the very end or beginning side of the bay. So here is the main resort map. There are a few parts, which is West Bay, the main resort, and the villas. We are staying in the main resort in the orange circle, as you could see. It's called the East Bay or East Wing. Here you can see the villas, which is the luxurious part of the resort, quite popular with some visitors. So this is the lobby bar of the hotel. It's empty. It's early in the morning, and it's open from 10 until late night. I think midnight, around that. So now we are walking through the corridor of the hotel, and behind the door there is a section where you can find some shops, and at the end there is a wellness center and spa, and also some fitness facilities. The shops are closed now because it's early morning. So it's called Shopping Arcade, and there are different shops with souvenirs and whatever you need. But usually people go for shopping to Hurghada or to the shopping mall, which is like 20 kilometers from the hotel. So now we will have a look at the lobby. Down is the restaurant, the main restaurant, for main meals of the day, starting from breakfast, finishing with the dinner. So it's quite a huge lobby, and here on the right side we are entering shortly the billiard room. It's empty due to morning hours, but at night it was quite occupied, quite busy. Just so I think good. It was not that crowded. So now you see the lobby and the reception area on the right. There are some sofas. We used them when we arrived in the morning, like these people on the right side. You can see. We arrived at 6 in the morning, and the hotel provided us with a room at 10 o'clock. So we spent like 4 hours here in this lobby and also at the pool place. So it's how it is. So let's have a look at our room. It was the superior room for 2 people. It was on the 4th floor of the main building. I think it was nicely maintained and well furnished. Not the newest one, but good. I think maintenance was okay. So let's have a look into our room. On the left side there is a mirror, and next to the chair there is also a small fridge, like mini bar, but there were no drinks, just the fresh water, the water in plastic bottles, which was filled every day by the maintenance guy. There is a TV set, there is electric kettle, and going further to the balcony, a really huge balcony. It's unbelievable how big that was. So have a look at the whole area of the hotel. You see the main pool and the pool bar with some sports activities provided by animation team, and there are some funny people having fun, sitting also on the wooden benches and enjoying the drinks from the bar. These drinks are, of course, covered by the all-inclusive concept. You saw the bar and you saw the balcony shortly. This is a night view of the hotel area. The whole beach is 800 meters wide. So it takes some time to walk along. So I didn't film every little bit of the place or of the area. Just you will see the big part of the hotel resort. So this is the central beach, the main part where we used to go every day. We used to be there at 6:30, 6:45 to take the good place, a good position on the beach, because quite many these sun umbrellas were reserved and were just simply taken by the visitors who paid for them. So you can pay 55 euros per week, and you will have a reservation for the whole stay, for the whole week. You don't need to take care about coming early in the morning to have the exact position on the beach that you would like to have. So we didn't take it because, you know, why, I'm an early riser, so it was no problem for me to wake up early and to come here. You see that narrow corridor is a place where you are allowed to enter the sea, because there are some corals all around. So you are not allowed to walk anywhere here in this part of the beach. Yeah, the beach is very wide, so in some other parts of the beach you can enter freely wherever you feel you need or you want. You see reservation on the sunbed on the sun umbrella, and here you can see again the entry to the water. It's quite shallow from the beginning. But you see the people around, and the dark places in the water are corals. It's coral islands everywhere on the whole beach. So it's people say it's the most beautiful beach in the whole Makati Bay. I mean, for the corals and snorkeling, it's really fantastic. You will see this is the low tide. For a few hours per day, there is this low tide, but still, you can just freely. You see the man on the left. You can walk in that area which is marked. You can walk in the water. If you would like to walk straight here, you could not, because the lifeguard would whistle on you and shout, screaming, telling you to leave the place and to walk only in the marked area, the mark with the boyas and with the ropes. So this is the beach. The sunbeds and the sunflowers are only in 4 or 6 rows. You see the fish, everything you can see here was all the pictures were taken on the beach or in the coral islands, not far from the beach. So it's really a fantastic opportunity to just take some movies and shots the pictures. So we are going now to the eastern side of the beach. Again, you see all the sun beds here are only in 4 to 6 rows. Which makes stay on the beach quite comfortable, and I mean the distances between the sun umbrellas were just reasonable, so you were not packed to one another to the neighboring sun umbrella, as you will see on the neighboring hotel just in a few minutes. I will show you later. There is some sports activity by animation team. Some people really looks like they're enjoying. And there is another activity now, some dancing. I don't know, it's a Zumba or whatever. One of the animators is really taking care, and people are moving their bodies. Here is a part which is called Club 159. So that's the building on the left. It is a restaurant and bar where people from the villas can freely enter and have meals, but people from other parts of the hotel, like East Bay and West Bay, they have to pay for the meals. It's, I think, 30 euros per head, per person, and also for the drinks they have to pay. You only have free or for free the non-alcoholic beverages, non-alcoholic drinks. So we have not been there. We didn't need, because there were some other restaurants around in the whole resort that were used, and we used and were covered fully with our all-inclusive concept. So here is a neighboring hotel, Prima Life Makati, and it's very similar beach, and it's freely accessible. I mean, you can walk in. There is no restricted area. There are some corals, but the beach itself is quite narrow, because the hotel area is not that wide as ours. It's narrow, and which doesn't make very comfortable staying there. I mean, too many umbrellas in 10 rows, and they are very close to one another. The picture before you could see was a map of the coral reefs in this beach, and you can take some diving lessons or go with some divers, and you can discover something and going diving for, I think, half an hour was for 25 euros, as far as I remember. So this is the end of the bay, of the Makati Bay, or the beginning. Looking from Hurghada side, and this is the Makati, the Grand Makati Hotel, and the jetty or the pier that belongs to the hotel. But you can freely access It's not paid, it's for free, because some jetties are paid, but this one is for free, and you can do snorkeling from here. You do not snorkel from the beach because it's very shallow and there are many corals, so you are not allowed. So that's the reason why the pier was built here. This is the look, looking forward, looking at the distance. You can see just the direction of Hurghada. Some people are snorkeling also here, but the guy was whistling and shouting. But this is the official. This place you can see on the movie is just the official place for snorkeling. It is the end of the pier or the jetty. So it looks like there is some nice corals because many people were snorkeling there. But you know, where other they would be snorkeling if they can't do snorkeling from the beach. So now we are back to our beach. The east side from Club 159, and we are approaching the beach bar. You will see in a minute. So again, a lot of green, a lot of palms and lawn, and everything was very green and very well maintained. And also, I think this was the busiest part of the whole beaches, and it was really pretty occupied. And I think 90% of those sun umbrellas were reserved. So that's one of the reasons why we were going further, as you see here, straight, just further, maybe 100 meters from this part, from this place, to take our sunbeds. These tables and chairs belong to this beach bar, which is opened until late night, and this is night activity, some entertainment. Sometimes the entertainment was taking place at three locations. This location, Club 159, and also the West Bay. So there were three music places. Mainly it looked like, you know, all these parties, because it is not any secret, but you know, the hotel is not much for the kids, because there are no toboggans, there are no slides, so there is really nothing for the little kids. So it's mainly for the older people. I think the average age was something like 55, 60 plus something. You see the bartender and the beach bar, so all the Egyptian alcohol drinks are for free. They are covered in the all-inclusive regime, and you could see just a few seconds ago, you could see the plastic cups that are used in the bar, and the drinks are served in the plastic cups. Now we are approaching the West Bay or the West Wing, but before we do so, we will walk here to look at the arena. Arena is a place for entertainment, night entertainment, which starts every night at 9 o'clock. And the entertainers are the animation team, maybe perhaps sometimes with some guests. So they are organizing some quizzes and some other types of activities. And there is also a bar here, so you can take some drinks from the bar and sit and enjoy. It was never crowded. There were always some people, but it was not completely crowded, not at all. You will see a sample of night entertainment. So here it is like maybe 9:30 in the evening, and some belly dancers dancing around the place. So it's something which looked a bit exotic, but a combination with maybe European style. It was not pure belly dancing, so it was something like some hybrid, I would say. But look and enjoy. So now we will continue further. Still continue to the West Wing or West Bay. This part is adults only, so it's a very quiet place, and it costs a bit more than the main building and the place where we were staying. You are allowed to enter the area. You can have a look. You can sit. You can use the pool, but I'm not sure if you can use the drinks here in this part. I don't think so, but we didn't try. So in the evening also there is entertainment here. You will see the place. So this is a pool, which is maybe some relaxing pool, and people in the evenings were sitting around enjoying drinks and enjoying the live music, which was always live music consists usually of one singer or two singers and some half playback, some music background with live singing. Again, in some oldies style, so nothing for teenagers, but we didn't see them many. It was quite windy the whole days, like out of 7 days, 3 or 4 days were windy, but as it is quite covered bay, the wind didn't restrict anything. I think I would say that there were always either the green or yellow flags. There was not any day with the red flag, which means that you couldn't swim in the water because of the waves. So there were almost no waves, even though there was quite strong wind. It was not big waves, so you could really swim every day and mainly do the snorkeling. That's all about the Egyptians, snorkeling and maybe diving. So now we are approaching an area where the new pool is being constructed. So it's still under construction for a few months already, as I heard. And I think it will look nice once done, hopefully maybe next season. And there is also another pool, or more like pond, which was created, you will see now, just next to this construction site. And you see here, so it's a nice place, like maybe just for relaxation. I don't think it's for swimming or nothing like that. There is like a small waterfall, it's like artificial waterfall, but the place looks really nice, and once it will be completed, it can be nice to walk around at night. You see the watering system, the water irrigation system here, without which it would not be possible, to grow anything here. So in the desert, so all the plants and all the grass which is here, it's really watered regularly every day. Otherwise, it would be gone completely. Yeah, there is no rainfall. So you know how it is in Egypt. So this is the relaxation pool. It's another one. It's not the one that I showed you a minute ago. This is a relaxation pool for the east wing, but it's very calm. There is no one. Even the lifeguard was very bored because no one was going to that pool. People were mainly staying on the beach. Here is again, we are again in the central part of the beach, where is a petang playground, and you see the kids' corner in front of you, and there is a table tennis, which is pretty a bit hidden behind the wall, or behind the poster. And again, you see how it looks. It is empty, so it's quite spacious, and really not like head on head or person on person. It's really quite spacious. So here was the kids' corner inside in the blue building. There is some playground for the kids here with some swings and you see some slide. But not many kids, so really very few, even though it's not the right place for taking the kids for vacation. Those are completely different hotels for that purpose. So then we continue here. It's a place for for some maybe football, and there on the left you can see the beach volleyball. There is a sand, so I can't imagine playing football on sand, but some people probably do so. But I've seen quite many of them playing beach volleyball on late afternoons, so it's now very empty, as you see. Everything closed early morning. This is the beach bar, approaching from the other side than we did approach before, and it's really nice. Again, you see the wind is always there. There was not a single day without wind, not even a breeze. It was like some medium strength wind or some stronger wind. That's how October is, and that's how it usually in Egypt is. But the temperatures are very comfortable. I mean, the air was around 32 degrees, and the water, the sea, was around 26 to 28, just very comfortable, really, really comfortable. And the pools, similar to sea, we've been just once, maybe 26 degrees. It was just really good period of the year to come to Egypt in October. You would really enjoy. The days are a bit short. I think the sunset was around 5:30 in the afternoon. So it's how it is. Here is a pizza place, pizza and pasta. You could order pizza. It was like smaller size pizza, just more or less like snacks between the main dishes, between the main meals of the day. But you could have also drinks here, and you could sit under this roof on the terrace and have something just before the dinner. Or you didn't need to go to lunch at the main time. You just can come here. You could come here in the late afternoon and have like a late lunch or whatever. So here is a sort of like pool river, because there is not really a big pool. There is no swimming pool in the whole resort. There is just the one central pool with the bar, which you've seen from the balcony, and there are sort of like rivers. You can swim here, but it's just more for relaxation. There is again some like small waterfall here on these stones on the left. I think the whole resort is pretty well designed and maintained. So it's a 4.5 star hotel. I've seen some categorization also for 5 stars, but usually it's like 4.5 officially somewhere. So now we will walk across this wooden bridge to the. We will have a look now. You can see the reception area of the main building, and on the left and the right side there is a restaurant. There are like 2 big restaurant rooms which are connected to one another, so you can use each of them for the dinner, and you can take a meal from one restaurant and go to another one of these 2. Here is a relaxing area with the sunbeds and the plastic. There is a plastic cover on. You may see there's a plastic cover from the left side, which protects relaxation from the wind. There is the bar I mentioned already, and there are some like stone benches you can sit in and enjoy the drinks. Those are covered in the all-inclusive concept, of course. So it's also really enjoyable sitting here. We did only on the first day, where we are waiting for the room, and then we moved to the beach where we stayed for the rest of the day. So these are some shops and some office of some activities. You see quad tours. It means these four-wheel motorcycles going to the sandy desert, and you can ride it for a few hours. So here we are coming closer to the restaurant. On the left side there is this one is air conditioned on the left, and it's very, very convenient. You can also eat here also on the terrace. And this restaurant main building or main room is connected to another one here on the left. You will see now. This one we used for breakfast, because there was no air conditioning, just some fans, and it was allowed to smoke, which is terrible. I don't know how comes it's still in 2022 it's allowed to smoke, but some people were smoking. But it was pretty well air conditioned. I mean the windows are open, so you didn't feel it. Not that many people smoked. So this is the night time for the dinner, and there is also the terrace. Again, it's just the same place, just a different time of the day. There are some samples of the sweets. I didn't take pictures or videos of the main dishes, because they were usually covered in these thermo covers, and I didn't want to open the lids and take pictures. It was not very comfortable, and I didn't want to bother there with camera or with my mobile phone. So there is maintenance man for the grass, for the lawn. So a lot of water needs to be used to keep alive the grass here. Yeah, this is the neighboring hotel, the neighboring resort, which is called Sunset, I think Sunrise Tukani. It's a big, I think it's quite a big resort, but this part, it has few parts, but this part, which is closest to the beach, looks pretty luxurious. As you see, it's very modern. There are some pools. There is a restaurant, and in the next seconds you will see the villas. It's a similar villas than you have in our resort in Fort ARABESQUE, but it's a bit modern, different style, and with the pools it looks really luxurious. I was just wondering about the price of staying in this place, but it looks really convenient, and it's very close to the beach. It's almost on the beach because you just walk across this pavement and you are straightly on the beach. But the people, I've spoken to one person who's been staying here in this hotel resort, and they say they were going snorkeling to our beach, to Fort Arabesque, which is just really 100 meters from here, because the corals were not that much on the beach. So this is our place, our beach. Sunset, beautiful sunset every night, and you see the high tide in the evening. So there is no stones, no corals. You can freely swim. So, and we are flying home after 7 days in Egypt. We are flying home during the day, so we could see also pyramids. It's not here in the picture, but here we are landing in Brno, Czech Republic. We landed in a quite cold day. We arrived from 30 degrees to 13 degrees, and that's the life. That's how it is.